name is Stephanie Wilkes, and I started coming here because I was having pain in my lower back. I couldn't bend over. I couldn't stand up. I was pretty much just kind of stuck. I would roll out of bed in the morning and have to walk my hands up my thighs to be able to stand up straight. It would take me about 15 minutes to be able to squat down and pick up an item that I may drop in the morning, which happens a lot. And so it just, I couldn't move. I had no mobility with my lower back.
So what did you try before you went to physical therapy? Did you try anything else? Like sometimes people say chiropractics and stuff like that.
So I grew up going to a chiropractor. I've had back problem before in the past, and I went to a physical therapist for it many years ago, probably 7 years ago, and I thought it was the same problem that I was having, that it had just gotten worse, and so I tried the exercises that they gave me, and it actually was the opposite, and so it ended up making my condition worse. So yeah, I had no idea what it was at the time. I just was going off of past experience, and I failed miserably. It just didn't work out. Yeah.
So I know you went to physical therapy in the past, but what attracted you to coming to next level physical therapy?
So I randomly came across Dr. Wong and just doing a Google search for the area, and I loved that he called me back personally, and he asked me questions as if he were interviewing me to consider me as a patient. And that may sound bizarre, but it made me feel like he's not going to waste my time, and he's not in it just to make another dollar off of a patient. He truly wanted to help me if he could help me. And if he couldn't, he was going to be honest about that. And I completely appreciated that. And because of that, like, I sing his praises all the time.
So, what hesitations do you might have before starting therapy at next level?
Some of my hesitations may have been just the time that it would take to get back. At the time, I was doing a fitness challenge, and I didn't want to lose momentum with that. Of course, that was, that's not even an important part of it. But just the training and going through the therapy and having to slow down. Sometimes it's hard as a mother of 3 for me to slow down and make myself rest or not do the things that are causing my injury to progress. So for me, it was definitely a time constraint issue. I was more nervous about that than anything.
And so how do you feel now after going through the next level physical therapy process?
I feel amazing. It's almost, it's just probably 2-3 months shy of a year since I finished up my treatment here, and I feel amazing. I don't have any problems whatsoever with my back. I have no restrictions. I am lifting heavier than I've ever lifted before. I can run again with no pain. I can do things with my kids, and it has completely changed my everyday life. I can bend over and pick stuff up off the floor, which I couldn't do before, so it's amazing.
So, I know you spoke about a little bit earlier, different from other physical therapy clinics, because we actually hopped on the call with you and did like the whole one-on-one. What would you say, I guess, from a treatment standpoint, how would you say that next level physical therapy was different from your physical therapy experiences in the past, if at all?
So it was very different. The last one that I went to, I just felt like another number. So I don't know. I don't want to talk poorly about them. They did what I needed. I was fine at some point. The treatment took longer, and I was able to manage it so that as I continued to hurt it, which did happen, I was able to do my exercise and get it back. But with Dr. Wong, I felt like the conversations in the beginning were so important, because he would watch me move. He would ask me to do a different exercise or bend over, or stuff like lifting my leg that I never even thought was connected, just different things. He really narrowed down into the small parts of it. And because he spent so much time trying to figure those things out, we were also able to pick up on other things that would be causing issues in my body as well. And focused on those, it was the whole experience was amazing. It just was so helpful. And unlike the other place, I haven't had any more injuries with it. And that is with me going back into doing a lot of physical activity and not having to worry about any more injuries. Whereas the other time, it's always been a fear of mine I don't want to hurt myself again. And I don't have those concerns now.
So, I think it's safe to say, but would you recommend Next Level Physical Therapy and why?
I would 100%. I do. I recommend him to everyone that if they even hint at a minor injury, I'm like, oh, I have a physical therapist for you. It's changed my life. It's been such an amazing experience. And I can't say it enough. I recommend him all the time. So absolutely.
So, and then this wasn't on there, but what would you say to someone who might be hesitant about starting physical therapy? Because a lot of people say they're not sure if this is for me. Does it actually work? Just as someone who has been to physical therapy and just given them their experience, what would you say to someone who's hesitant?
I've met several people that they're scared to try it. They think it's not going to work. They're hesitant about it. But I always say, just give him a call. He's going to call you. He's going to walk through the process with you, and he's going to be honest with you. And I think that's a great starting point for people that are hesitant or they don't know. He's going to tell you everything that he's going to recommend if he's going to, see you as a client, and then he'll give you the price point right there at the beginning. And there's no questions beyond that. It's whether or not you want to feel better or not feel better. And that, that's about what work you put in.
So do you have any other closing thoughts, anything that you'd like to add that I might have not given you an opportunity to answer? You say no. I'm just...
No, I don't think so. I think the practice is amazing. Dr. Wong is fantastic, and I highly recommend him.